Broward County prosecutors dropped charges today against the West Palm Beach family accused of attempted murder of a Pompano Beach gay man.
Harvey Milk Diversity Honors at Seminole Hard Rock celebrates LGBTQ+ advocates like entrepreneur Mark Hunter for his contribution to the LGBTQ+ community.
An Out South Florida exclusive, Broward House's new ED gives me a look at her big obstacles and even bigger plans to overcome them.
DeSantis' Don't Say Gay bill sparks permission slip culture in Florida schools, leading to a controversy and administrative burdens. Did DeSantis just say we've gone too far?
Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts presents Caroline Rhea, renowned comedian and actress, for a night of laughter March 2nd.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Queer News Tonight. This is the world's first and only LGBTQ+ daily evening television news broadcasting live and then available on demand. Available on all smart televisions, including Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. It's time to queer up the news. It's Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. We are live and literally out of the closet and into the headlines. So many of your important stories we're going to tell this evening on Queer News Tonight.
This is the world's first live daily LGBTQ evening news show, literally out of the closet and into the headlines on Queer News Tonight.
I'm your anchor at Queer News Tonight, FayWhat! And this evening we bring you the news of and perspective representing the LGBTQ+ community from South Florida, America, and across our planet.
This is the world's first and only unedited live LGBTQ+ evening news show. Whatever happens unique in LGBTQ+ news, you will see it and hear it.
Hotspots Magazine Happening Out Television Network is a nonprofit 501c3 media company in the same models of PBS and NPR, but designed for the LGBTQ+ community. Our mission? Support the 10 pillars of our community. We want to inform and educate the key issues of our Black community, Latino, lesbian and queer women, trans, student youth, seniors, HIV/AIDS healthcare, business, social justice, and of course, faith. Help us support our communities.
We are part of one of the largest LGBTQ+ media companies in America, Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network. In 2024, our magazine is celebrating 40 years of the LGBTQ+ experience, and our television news, talk, and entertainment shows support our mission to educate the LGBTQ+ and broader community.
That's right, Cindy Brown. And let's meet our panel for this evening. We start with the one, the only, Miss Bonnie Builder. Bonnie is the premier South Florida bodybuilding drag queen and the current reigning Mixed Marys. A recent graduate of FIU, she's a trainer and comes to life with a microphone in her hand and a spotlight. Welcome back, Miss Bonnie. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm doing amazing.
You look incredible. This is not news to you, I know. And can we talk about this cover of Hotspots? I am still just beaming off how incredible you look on that cover, bitch.
Look at my body. Jesus Christ. I am so attractive. Y'all are so lucky to look at the...
That's what you have to say.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, Bonnie, is that people still don't know that you're the boy on that cover. Isn't that hysterical?
It's wild. I've been told, is that a relative? Is that your sister? I'm like, no, that's me. I'm a cross-dresser. Just get into it. But I look so hot either way.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You are all angelic tonight.
I don't know how this happened, but with you nasty sinners around, I had to make a cure tonight.
Well, and I love that Bonnie was like, okay, now that I've been on the cover of Hotspots, I need to pick where I sit on this panel. I want to sit in front of Mark Hunter and look at his pretty face.
Right.
That's literally what she said.
Yeah. I couldn't sit in your lap, so this is the second choice.
Next up, let's welcome back John Hayden. He's a journalist for 29 years. He's also the senior reporter for Out South Florida. You can follow him on Instagram at John Hayden Journalist for breaking news and live reports from community events. His new entertainment show, The W Boys, will premiere at Happening Out Television Network on March 15th. Watch this.
I got $100 billion.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good. That's the first time I've seen that.
Oh my God,
That
I can tell by your
version of it.
face.
Yeah.
You were so cute.
Yeah, I love that. So that's pretty much what we're going to be opening the show with, and we're going to have lots of celebrity guests. We'll have local entertainers that are making their mark around South Florida. We're going to have tons of celebrity gossip, and the fashion sense that I have become known and loved for throughout South Florida.
That's not what Eric said.
Oh,
but
wait,
okay.
wait, sneak preview.
Oh wow, God, Eric
Right?
has a lot of work to do.
Better word.
Popping that collar. Pop that collar.
Popping that collar. Right now, Eric Restivo is right now watching going, no, John, no, put the collar back down.
Put it down.
Well, for one, I adore Eric. DJ Eric Restivo is an incredible DJ. He's come from WeHo, from West Hollywood, and now he's in Wilton. And him, two of my favorite people, John Hayden and Eric Restivo, will be talking crap about everything that's going on, LGBTQ and entertainment and current events. I think it's going to be a fabulous show, and I can't wait to watch March 15th.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next up, let's welcome anchor Cindy Brown. Yes, Cindy. Yes, put that collar back down. Cindy.
Stand down.
Cindy Brown was an early organizer of the Miami AIDS Walk and the White Party for Care resource. She's the programs director for the Lambda Living program at Jewish Community Services, and she also served as the ED of the MDGLCC Foundation. Welcome back, Miss Cindy. And I know you've got something going on at the Miami Open, right? Coming up?
Yes, we do. On Thursday, March 21st, we're bringing a group to the Miami Open. If you've never been to the Miami Open, it's a wonderful tennis tournament. There's so much more to do there than just watch tennis. But since it's early in the tournament, there are a lot more players that will be playing. And so we're going to the day session on Thursday, March 21st. I do have some group tickets at Google Lambda Living Online, and you'll find information about that. But if you want to join us just on that day, just grab tickets to the day session. The tickets for the earlier sessions are a little less expensive than the later sessions, but it is a whole lot of fun. And if you've never been to a tennis tournament, I highly recommend it just for the experience.
I love it. Okay, but is it only for seniors?
No.
No.
I mean, obviously, the
So I can
Miami
go
Open
too.
is open
Okay.
to everybody.
No, but
of
I'm saying
course,
for
but-
your group, because I've seen your Lambda Living seniors, and those folks know how to party.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so I kind of want to go with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
All right.
Anybody can join us. You don't even have to be LGBT to join us. You just have to be supportive and want to have fun and hang out with us.
okay, well,
So,
that's me. I
yeah.
don't like tennis, but I like the tennis outfits. I don't like tennis, but I like the women who play tennis.
Yeah.
Right? And I love seniors,
that's
so it'll
what
be
I
a
mean.
fabulous time.
Who cares about the tennis? It's the experience. It's the experience that everybody will
Experience.
love. So,
All right.
Anyway.
Get your tickets today and join the crew over there at Lambda Living. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next up, let's welcome Mark Hunter. Boy, lo estamos estrenando. We are popping Mark Hunter's cherry, as we say in Latin world. He has been a pioneering entrepreneur and nightclub owner for over 4 decades. From his iconic start with Hunter Chicago in 1982 to expanding to Palm Springs and Wilton Manors, he's been a beacon for the LGBTQ plus community, an award-winning philanthropist and competitive ballroom dancer, baby. His legacy shines bright. Welcome, Mark. How are you, my love? And I saw that Harmony Waves and Hunters are bringing singer Stefano May on March 7th. Right?
Yes, at 7 p.m.
Oh, my God, are you excited about that? He's such a great talent, Mark.
Amazing talent.
And can I tell you that I was just there at Hunters, right? And I love, well, I'm always at Hunters, let's be real. The other day,
Thank you.
I'm just saying, like, the other day, it was like a Sunday morning and there was a Hunters water bottle in my bed. There was a Hunters water bottle outside. Like, there just, usually is a Hunters bottle everywhere, But Stefano May is such a talented individual. And I love how you open up Hunters to, a private kind of viewing for these singers. I was blessed to go see Benedict Cork last week, and me and John Hayden went at Hunters, and they if you've been to Hunters, right? Couple thousand people sweaty and having a great time on any given day. So when Mark Hunter allows people to do these private viewings, they close down most of Hunters, they keep the main room open, they put the beautiful piano right in the middle, and everybody is sat all around the person performing. It's such a wonderful, wonderful experience to have.
Very intimate.
Right?
You get a very strong feeling feel for the performance.
Oh my God, incredibly. And you can get great content for your TikTok, just to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so make sure you get your tickets to see Stefano May. He is just an incredible human being also.
And can I jump in real quick? I just yesterday I did an interview with Stefano.
Oh,
he is fantastic, and so you can watch for that. That interview will be not in this week's but next week's issue of Out South Florida, and I'm going to put up a lot of our fun little interactions on my Instagram, John Hayden Journalist.
Word.
Very cute.
Now,
Very cute.
Ms. Faye, what?
Yeah.
I understand you are going to Sunshine Cathedral Center for Performing Arts this Friday, February 23rd, for Arts United R&B meets pop and opera.
Yeah, listen, seriously, the second place that I'm at more than Hunter's nightclub is usually Sunshine Cathedral. All right? That is the next place that I'm always at. So I'll be there Friday night, and I just love Arts United because they are bringing such incredible talent to Sunshine Cathedral. You know, we've had Alexander Zenos. We've had so many different people that have been brought through because of Arts United, and Friday is no different. If you have no plans on Friday, join me. I'll be at Sunshine Cathedral. Arts United is bringing like an R&B meets opera meets pop. Okay, kind of evening. If you're like a 90s kid like I am, you know, I love R&B, Genuine, Keith Sweat, all of that, right? So I am looking forward to seeing this fusion of love, music, and energy all going on this Friday at Sunshine Cathedral, so get your tickets.
And can I jump in again? And real quick with something? I'm so sorry, Faye.
Always.
Do you want to sit in my seat?
No.
No, he's like, no.
No, hell no. I've sat there. My butt's still toxic, and I'm sure it's from the seat. But no. And on Saturday night, Ann Steele is going to be here.
Yes, she is.
She's bringing her show "Where the Boys Are," which is a show about songs that men have sung but resonate to her as a woman and as a lesbian. So that's really good. You can read my whole interview with her on OutClick, and also check out some of my clips from our great interview on John Hayden Journalist.
I love Ann Steele, but unfortunately, she's got a protective order against me. So I have to be like 20 feet away from her from the last couple of times that I've stalked Ann and her beautiful wife, Kelly.
Yeah.
All right. We are the reporters for Queer News Tonight, and this evening we begin with the queer headlines. The LGBTQ plus community in South Florida and across America is diverse. Our community across the world is vast, and here are the bullet points of the queer news for today, Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. Let's begin by queering up breaking news. Broward prosecutors drop attempted murder charges against family accused of beating Pompano gay man. Broward prosecutors dropped charges against a West Palm Beach family accused of assaulting a gay man that they believe made their son gay. Yavin Makarenko and his wife and his son were charged with attempted murder, burglary, and kidnapping. Prosecutors concluded that there was no likelihood of conviction. The decision was taken based on evidence suggesting the defendants were not present during the attack. Attorney George Pilatus asserted his client's innocence, stating they were at home during the incident. In August 2021, deputies discovered a severely injured man in his Pompano Beach home, initially attributing his injuries to a fall. Days later, he disclosed to investigators that he had been brutally beaten by Ole Makarenko and his family, allegedly due to his romantic involvement with Makarenko. Despite suffering significant injuries, including blindness, the victim delayed reporting the assault until February 2022. This delay resulted in the loss of crucial evidence, impeding the prosecution. Although investigators corroborated aspects of the victim's account, such as his relationship with Makarenko, they were unable to verify other details, including the defendant's presence at the scene. Assistant State Attorney Veronica Walker cited insufficient evidence as the reason for dropping the charges against Yevin Makarenko, his wife, Ina, and their son, Ole, who had initially faced charges of attempted murder, burglary, and kidnapping. Next, let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Harvey Milk Diversity Honors at Seminole Hard Rock presents Mark Hunter with Alan Schubert Award. Diversity Honors, a globally recognized event benefiting the Harvey Milk Foundation and the Pride Center at Equality Park, is set to honor outstanding individuals this year. Esteemed honorees include the Emmy, Tony, and Grammy Award-winning artist Billy Porter, renowned LGBTQ plus activist and Grammy winner, the beautiful Belinda Carlisle, plus talented singer-songwriter Spencer Battiest. All three will receive the prestigious Harvey Milk Medal. Additionally, entrepreneur Mark Hunter will be presented with the Pride Center at Equality Park Alan Schubert Award for his remarkable contributions to the LGBTQ plus community. Mark Hunter has had a remarkable entrepreneurial journey spanning over 4 decades, starting with the establishment of his first nightclub, Hunter Chicago, in 1982. Over the years, Hunter expanded his footprint, opening successful establishments in Palm Springs, California, and Wilton Manors, Florida. His commitment to the LGBTQ plus community is evident through his involvement with various nonprofit organizations, including the Desert AIDS Project and the LGBT Community Center of the Desert in Palm Springs. In Wilton Manors, Hunter and Hunter's nightclub has collaborated with organizations like the Pride Center at Equality Park and the South Florida Gay Men's Chorus, to only name a few. He has received numerous accolades for his community service, including the Businessman of the Year Award from the Desert Business Association. The Diversity Honors Ceremony, scheduled for Saturday, March 9th, will also recognize South Florida legends, including Tatiana Williams and the Gay Men's Chorus of South Florida, for their impactful contributions to diversity and inclusion. This event promises to be a celebration of excellence and a tribute to individuals who have made significant strides in advancing LGBTQ plus rights and visibility. The incredible dinner, awards, and Stoli after party will be held at Seminole Hard Rock. More information and tickets for March 9th Gala can be found at diversityhonors.org. And we are so happy that one of our anchors this evening at Queer News Tonight is the one, the only Mark Hunter, and also the new Harvey Milk Diversity Honors recipient of the Alan Schubert Award.
Yay.
Congratulations, Mark. Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much. Thank you for having me.
You know that I adore you.
And I adore you.
You know that, I mean, I feel that like, I feel like Hunter's is kind of like my backyard, right? Like, because we do everything at Hunter's, right? I feel like I'm at Hunter's at least 3 times a week. And whenever I get blessed.
Thank you.
Well, but thank you for everything that you do for us, you know? What was your first thought when you heard Mark Hunter's name in the same breath as Harvey Milk?
Truly humbled, honored,
Yeah.
proud, and very grateful.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and for us,
It's totally amazing.
you know, and for us, it's very natural for it to be in the same breath, Mark, because you are that iconic to us. You know, I mean, I can't think of a single organization that you don't help. You know what I mean? Like, if we would have gone down the list of organizations that Mark Hunter and Hunters helps, we would be here the whole time, you know? As an LGBTQ plus business leader, has your career been so LGBTQ plus charity driven throughout all these decades?
Mainly, yes. We've done some other fundraising efforts for breast cancer and non-GLBTQ plus things like that.
Yeah, and you've gotten a million awards.
I wanna let you know that we at Hunter's nightclubs benefit from the community, and there's no reason why the community should not benefit from us. And this is what drives us at Hunter's, and we're all welcoming. We encompass a large, everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah, and again, another thank you to you for just, it's when I've gone to Hunter's a million times and it's always been inclusive. You know, it's not just a bunch of boys. I love my gay boys, don't get me wrong, right? But you can always go in there on any given night and find women, find the T, find the B, find everybody represented in the Q plus at Hunter's all the time. How do you keep that so welcoming, Mark?
It just is what we are. It's just what we are, what we do. And the theme is carried over to the employees. We have a wonderful team and family members that work at Hunter's that encompass this. Listen, the same thing.
Diego, Bruce, all your crew out there. I mean,
Amazing.
like those,
Yes.
I tell Diego, I'm like, do you go home? Is there a cot in the back? Blink twice if Mark has you kidnapped. Just blink, Diego. And he's like, I don't blink, right?
I've asked them the same questions.
I think that when business owners really, come out and support the community authentically, people notice. And, I appreciate you. I appreciate Hunters. And I wish that there were more business owners around who feel the way that you do, and you benefit from the community, you give back to the community. I think that's amazing, and congratulations, Mark. It's very well
Yes,
deserved.
so I'm going to put you on the spot. If you had to pick between Palm Springs and Wilton Manors, which would you pick? Pick us.
It's like picking your favorite child. I'm not
That's
gonna.
easy.
I'm not
That's
gonna.
easy to do.
And that's a lie, because people have their favorites, okay?
Yeah.
They do. They don't tell the kid.
No,
they
we
tell their
know.
favorite kid.
We know
Don't tell your
my
brother.
mom's favorite.
Yeah.
You-
Wait.
we
My
know.
dad's out in the audience. Dad, who's your favorite child? There you go.
But only while. Mic drop, So congratulations on this new accolade. But I think that you have a lot of other accolades that I would give you. I would give you best looking business owner in Wilton Manors. I would give you best hair.
Yeah.
I would also give you best tan. Okay, catch Mark Hunter on the right day, and you've got the perfect tan where you're like, damn, I need more bronzer, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm looking bad. Do you have a favorite? It's hard, I know, but do you have a favorite moment that maybe pops out of an event or something that happened at Hunter's that just filled your heart with joy?
Not one in particular, but what I just love is the fact that people come up to me all the time. This was my first gay bar.
Oh, yeah.
I came here for the first time. I sat in my car. I was too afraid to go in. I had my wedding ceremony at Hunter's. These are the stories that I love.
I met my husband at Hunter's. I met my ex-husband at Hunter's. Right?
Yes.
I ran into my ex at freaking Hunter's, okay? And again, there's only usually 5 women there, right? And of those 5 women, she had to be one of them. That's how popular Hunter's is, that before you walk through the door, you're like, I might walk into somebody I don't want to see. But that's okay. It's worth it, So it's going to be an amazing event at Seminole Hard Rock. Diversity Honors March 9th. Billy Porter, Belinda Carlisle, and Mark Hunter. What will that moment be like for you? Do you have your speech prepared? Are people going to get mad if you don't mention them?
I do have a speech prepared, and it will be the pinnacle of my career, honestly. This is the most important thing to me about being in the business that I'm in. And I'm just absolutely thrilled. So thrilled. Hopefully, and I couldn't mention everybody in my speech, so you'll see.
You'll see. You can
You'll
thank
see.
me now if you'd like. If you could look into the camera and just say, thank you, FayWhat, you could just get it out of the way. So that day, when I have my big ass sign going, don't forget to mention me, you could just breeze right over that. You'll be fine.
I would love to have everyone come and enjoy and celebrate in the moment.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great night.
Well, it's going to be an incredible night. Make sure that you get your tickets today, okay? It's going to be fabulous. They moved it back inside, so it's going to be a wonderful time. The Stoli after party will be by poolside after. It's going to be a wonderful time, and the people that are being honored are just top notch, okay? I can't wait to hear everybody's speeches, all right? I mean, Belinda Carlisle,
Wow.
You got to get me to meet her.
I'll do the best I can.
Is she gonna stop by Hunter's for just a drink after?
And then go. You get it?
Y'all
Mark,
just
I
dated
love you.
yourselves so much.
Shut up.
Someone's got to date us.
Yeah. Exactly.
I
right?
adore you.
Well, Mark, I adore you, and I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate your help. There's never a time that people come to you and say, hey, we need help, from Broward House to Sun Serve to everyone. You would never say no. And on behalf of all of them, I say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait to watch you get this award, and it's going to be fabulous. I'll be the loud Latina screaming in the back.
Per usual. Yeah.
Per usual. All right, John, what's next?
Well, up next, we queer up out South Florida and my exclusive interview with Broward House's new executive director. In this week's issue, I talk with her about the challenges she's facing. Because the organization is well run, has a great reputation, and quietly goes about making an impact on the community. A year ago, taking the reins would have been a dream job. Then came the nightmare. The April flood that saw 2 feet of rain drench Broward County. But for the new ED, Nicole Burrell, it's still a dream job. She told me, quote, the idea before the flood would have been okay, coming in with little things to do here and there, but not a lot. With the flood, we had so much construction. The first 2 months have essentially overtaken, what she's had to do. And we still have work. It's an interesting place to start, end quote. Well, now Broward House is dried out and their facilities have been restored. Their strategic grant funding helps keep their clients in programs and housing, but the house itself will be drowning in debt for the foreseeable future. Nicole told me, quote, "Our grants are helping our clients. Once we get them in, grants pay for clients at the assisted living facility. When it comes to flood expenses, it's something we're working to make sure we continue to fundraise and ask for donations," end quote. You know, as we talked, you could hear the enthusiasm in Burrell's voice. The future is tough, the mission never ending. But Burrell believes the possibilities are endless. You can read more of my interview in this week's Out South Florida on Stands Thursday. And boy, just watching how Broward House has come through this last year is really a narrative for how much of Broward County homes and businesses came through. Because I remember a few days, well, we couldn't even get out. We spent the night here the night of the flood. And
in my bed.
In Faye's bed, but they have put on clean sheets, I've been told. But like you could just hear the ground, the water covered the ground up to the top of your tires on your car. And it was even worse around parts of Broward House's campus. So it's got that new car smell now. They've always taken their money and put it into client services. So the fresh coat of paint always got pushed to the bottom of the list, you know, just little things, nothing that impeded standard of care, just the little things. So now it's got that new car smell. It's got that vibe that that clients are going to be able to come in here and go, this is something to really take care of. This is new. This is beautiful. This is helping our community. And so, you know, Nicole told me they've got their major fundraiser, the AIDS Walk, is coming up in a couple weeks. They're going to do Dining Out for Life in April, and Dining Out for Life got washed out by the flood, so they were hit twice. Right. Their major fundraiser, they lost that for last year. So it's a great story, and I really encourage people to log on and check it out.
Well, and they even did a fundraiser at Hunters, Mark. I mean, again, Mark, you know, lending out his space like he usually does. You know, I mean, and like you said, they kept on putting those repairs away and down on the list of to do, and then the flood came and just made it like a million times worse. You know, and then canceling their biggest fundraiser. You know, I met Nicole a couple months back, and she knows what she's walking into, which I know that she told you the same, you know, and she's ready to make things happen.
She is.
You know,
excited.
I love that she is a Black, beautiful woman doing her thing, representing, you know, she don't take no BS from nobody, and she's ready and she's committed, you know, and that's what's needed. You know, Dining Out for Life is in 2 months. Yeah. You know, and it takes a lot of planning and getting everything ready and having all these people sign up and be a part of it. So make sure that you sign up for Dining Out for Life. And April something. I'm not sure what day it is. It is exactly.
I want to say April 13th.
I want to say April 13th, something like that. But like John said, the last Dining Out for Life got literally washed away. Yeah. And they really, really can use it. So Nicole has a big job to do. But I really do believe that she's ready, prepared, and is going to, you know, at the end of the year have been like, yup, I knocked out a bunch of those things that needed to be done. You know, so Nicole, keep kicking ass.
That's right. And she moisturized too. You look beautiful. Next, let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Is DeSantis putting a pause on his culture war against LGBTQ plus Florida? The introduction of Governor DeSantis' Don't Say Gay bill, Stop Woke and Parental Rights legislation is creating chaos in the school system. Apparently, even the governor is starting to recognize it. Controversy is growing, leading to a permission slip culture. This bill, while primarily targeting LGBTQ plus instruction, mandates parental consent for various school activities, including innocuous events like movie nights. These laws are creating administrative burdens for schools and frustration amongst parents. This week, Orlando's Boone High School required a permission slip for, quote, rom-com movie nights in which students voted to watch Disney's Tangled. Parent Judy Hayes said, quote, I had to sign a permission slip for my child who could drive himself to see it in a movie theater. This is just one of dozens of permission slips that I have received this school year, including one to permit my son to attend after-school tutoring. It seems like it's just out of control. It's every single activity. and it's burdensome on the staff because they have to chase down permission slips. The club sponsors are getting frustrated and giving up because it's too much work, end quote. Even Governor DeSantis discussed last week the out-of-control nature that parental objection has been taken to. DeSantis said, quote, "Still, some have abused this process to object to items including books about Johnny Appleseed, The Giver, and even the Bible," end quote. A DeSantis release direct education officials to, quote, "prohibit bad actors in school leadership positions from intentionally depriving students of an education by politicizing the book review process," end quote. The press release also called for new legislation to limit bad faith objections made by those who don't have children learning in Florida. While true, that is a dramatic understatement of the problem. A Miami public school caused outrage requiring a signed permission slip for children to listen to a reading from a Black author. Another South Florida school required a permission slip to participate in Black History Month events. The Orange County Public School District required parent permission slips to refer to their children by their nickname. The vagueness of the language in the law allows parents to affirmatively sue the school and school district. Now, you know when you create a monster with the intention to kill the enemy and the monster starts ruining your own kingdom? I feel like that's exactly is what's happening here with Governor DeSantis. He really thought he was going to get us in the end, but he's getting done in the end at this moment. Also, the fact that I'm hearing a lot of this being turned towards Black community activities, especially during Black History Month, you get it. It sounds like he sort of lost control of this bill, this legislation that he thought was really going to like do us in, and he's eating his own words now.
Yeah, and it's crazy that one parent at a school could raise an objection and have that parent's wishes forced on all the other parents at the school.
Yeah.
And it was a bad move when it happened. And educators were up in arms. They're still up in arms. And hopefully this will change sooner rather than later. But the fact that a parent can object to a book, there's a lot of violence and horrible things going on in the Bible.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
That's how it got turned on itself.
Exactly. So I think that he is having to look in the mirror and say, what have I done?
Yeah.
Well,
But-
yeah. DeSantis goes, "It's fascism for thee, not for me."
Not for me.
Exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. We think, oh, we've gotten DeSantis over a barrel on. No, you know what's going to happen? They're just going to quit canceling events.
Yeah.
That we said in the story, club sponsors, coaches, things like that. They're already getting tired of dealing with it. And DeSantis at some point is just going to say, okay.
But that's what he wants.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Don't do anything. I mean, and it's so absurd. He talks about the process being abused by bad actors. Are you effing kidding me?
He's the bad actor.
Yes. His whole administration is more bad actors than you'd see at a Vegas strip show. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean,
Lord.
you figure, and he's saying parents not should be the only ones to be able to complain, because right now any idiot living in a district can go in and make a thing. But the thing is, I agree with that part, because parents pay or taxpayers, doesn't matter if you're a kid or not, you still pay your school taxes.
Yeah.
So now he wants to make sure only parents, and probably the parents that he likes,
That's it.
to be able to come in and make changes. So I couldn't go down and say, I don't think this book should be in there. And there's a lot of books that I would happily go clog up the process, bury them in paperwork, bury them in permission slips.
Wow.
Fascism might rise up again, but at least it'll be impeded till we can kind of get our act together.
Yo, and can we talk about permission slips? That's still a thing. Like, people could take home a piece of paper for their parents to sign.
Of course.
Like, seriously? Because I don't know about you, but I signed for my parents on every permission slip that I got.
Liability.
So,
But you had to etch it in stone at the time.
Right.
So
Oh,
that's the
there was
only
that.
difference. Now we have paper and pen.
you know, but I mean, it's scary stuff. Just like the parents said, I am signing a piece of paper for my son that could drive himself to a movie theater and watch a movie on his own.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. You need to sign a permission slip for Black History Month. Do you have to sign a permission slip for Women's History Month that's coming up? Women have vaginas. I know you don't want to talk about that, right? So get that permission slip ready. I mean, the reality is that this is not going away anytime soon, John. Okay? Governor DeSantis is obsessed with us. All right. He freaking dreams about us. He has wet dreams about our LGBTQ plus community. Okay. He just does, especially Bonnie. So this is just not going
I get it. I get
anytime soon. My heart goes out to the educators. Those are the ones that I think about, okay? Because if anybody is closer to sainthood than teachers, please tell me who they are. Because, I mean, again, they get paid shit. They deal with kids that are horrible and entitled, right? Yet they still go back to work. I mean, every day. Why? If you talk to any educator or any teacher, it's because of the future. It's because of those damn snot-nosed kids. That's why they go to work. And you're making their jobs even harder. No woman that's making less than 40 grand a year is going to be chasing 30 kids' parents down for their permission slip to maybe open up their world to something new. You are just messing up education completely.
Yes.
Cindy,
So
what's next, my love?
let's queer up entertainment. Comedian Caroline Rhea comes to Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts on March 2nd. Prepare for an evening of laughter and entertainment as the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts proudly presents Caroline Rhea, stand-up comedian and actress, on Saturday, March 2nd. Caroline Rhea has solidified her place in the comedy world with iconic roles in Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Disney's Sydney to the Max. She's a regular panelist on ABC's Match Game and has recently appeared on Comedy Central's Roast of Alec Baldwin. This is a comedy event you won't want to miss. Gather your friends and family for an unforgettable evening of laughter and fun as Rhea celebrates her remarkable 30-year career in comedy. Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts is America's leading LGBTQ plus live entertainment series. For further details and tickets, visit sunshinecathedral.org. It's a little bit of light humor and comedy after our last story.
Right?
But she's really great. And let me tell you, I've gone to several things in their performing arts series, and it's really great stuff.
Yeah.
Really great stuff. And forget about the fact that you're sitting in a church.
I think
the performers do.
But I think that gives it that extra kind of love and welcoming kind of feel, right? I mean, I've seen performers up there curse and then go and wait for something to happen.
Yeah.
And then of course, then one of the reverends will come on over and be like, it's okay, keep on going. I mean, that is kind of how Sunshine Cathedral welcomes everyone, Yeah. I really do love Caroline Rhea. I was so rooting for her when she took over Rosie O'Donnell's job. Do you remember that? Yeah. Rosie had appointed her to be the new talk show host. It didn't last long.
Yeah.
But I really was rooting for her. I really wanted her to make that happen. But she still has a very Sabrina the Teenage Witch, right? Have you ever seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Mark, I know you have.
No,
it's about a little black gay cat that runs the life of a teenage witch. Okay, maybe the cat isn't gay, but in my story, the cat is gay.
That cat was.
That cat, right?
That cat was.
Right? Okay, well, it's in syndication, Mark. You can watch it anywhere. Okay.
That poor pussy.
That poor pussy. That poor black pussy. But yeah, for my childhood, Miss Caroline Rhea, she stands out with Sabrina the Teenage Witch because she was the comic relief in that show. Right. Nobody was as funny as her, and to see her face just brings up feelings of when I was a youngin', which wasn't that long ago. Just like watching her television show and just like being transported to this world, and I understood that she was a funny, incredible woman, and the fact that she's going to be here is exciting. It's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited.
Fun, yeah.
She's fun to watch. Her timing is impeccable.
Shut up.
Her
He just
Are you
had a
talking
glitch.
about Bonnie or Caroline?
who can tell them apart?
Right. The white face, yeah.
Get your tickets today. It's going to be an awesome show. Next, let's queer up the USA View. They cried wolf before, but really, are 2024 elections the turning point for LGBTQ plus rights? The 2024 global elections mark a pivotal moment for LGBTQ plus rights worldwide, and not just in America. With significant contests in 64 countries, the outcomes will shape the future of the LGBTQ plus community. Taiwan's re-election of the Democratic Progressive Party signals continued progress, with laws protecting LGBTQ plus individuals and same-sex marriage recognition. Japan, Thailand, and Nepal have also made strides towards equality, highlighting Asia's evolving landscape. However, Russia's upcoming election raises concerns as the government escalates its crackdown on LGBTQ plus activists, portraying the movement as extremists. President Putin's anticipated victory further threatens LGBTQ plus rights in the country. In the U.S., despite federal advancements under the Biden administration, over 500 anti-LGBTQ plus laws proposed at the state level pose challenges. Some of the gayest places on earth, like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, are taking the hit of anti-LGBTQ plus laws passed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Attacks particularly targeting trans individuals are expected to persist through the election season in America. South Africa faces a similar dilemma, with former President Zuma's campaign against LGBTQ plus rights adding to existing challenges, despite legal protections. Ghana's election also raises alarms, with the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill threatening LGBTQ plus rights. Spotlighting the issue as a focal point of the campaign, Queer News Tonight has watched many cycles of state and national elections. We hear this is the election of a lifetime, but with the balance of rights in the Supreme Court at stake, unprecedented concerns on our very democracy in Biden, Trump, and what we are watching from conservatives and evangelicals. LGBTQ plus rights may hang in the balance in 2024, and for an entire generation, as the world heads to the polls, the fate of LGBTQ plus rights hang in that balance, making the 2024 elections a critical juncture for the global movement. You know, we've been screaming from this table for years now about how elections are important and how everyone needs to go out and vote, right?
Consequences.
There's consequences. Remember when Trump got elected? You know, there are consequences. You know, a lot of people rested on their laurels once marriage equality passed, right? Everybody at this table can agree to that. I have friends that just stopped voting locally, and now we're getting the negative part of that, of those people that stopped going out to vote. This year more than ever, grab your friends, make sure that people are registered to vote, and drive them to the freaking polls if you have to. You know, I can only speak to the we feel what's going on here in the U.S., but let me tell you, everything that's going on in these other countries, man, we might be following suit. There's scary times in this world. There are LGBTQ plus in countries that are hiding their sexuality, their identity, everything, just because of fear of losing their lives. And here, things are getting worse by the second. You know, this is the year to really open up your eyes, do your research, and know what the hell is going on.
It's really scary because with these bills all over the country in so many states, the number of states that will have protections are going to be very few. And it's scary. It's scary for the young people that came out so easily. Mm-hmm. And now they're going to feel some of the things that, those of us who are older felt in the 70s and 80s. And we thought that we fought so they would have a easier time. Well, that's why we were fighting, and they did have an easier time for a while, but nothing is forever. And we cannot
You can't rest on your laurels. You can't. Mark, do you agree with Cindy Brown on that?
Absolutely, 100%. Also, too, these policies have sparked travel advisories, which in turn hurts my business.
Yes, right. Yes. It hurts the whole drive. Yeah.
Absolutely. We want people to come down. We want people to come enjoy, so that, who knows, maybe they come back, there'll be new voters.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we, of course, Taiwan just had their election, which puts them on a collision course with the Chinese mainland because they elected a very pro-independence president. Italy and the Netherlands late last year elected fascist governments or fascist-leaning governments. To use the word election in the same sentence as Russia is absurd. There is no election for that particular place. Britain is going to have an election where likely Labour will have a very strong victory and put Conservatives out of power for I think they've only had one conservative or one Labour person elected, Tony Blair, since Thatcher. I mean, it's ridiculous. But 64 global contests around the country is still fewer than the number of RuPaul contests that will be held around the world this year.
You're so stupid. You know that? But I needed that laugh right now. Thank you so much.
Silly cue ball. Now, let me say this, because when we say go vote, it tends to fall on deaf ears. So I'm going to look, this is my camera, I'm looking at you. Vote. If you are my friend, vote. If you are in my generation, vote. If I've partied with you, if I grabbed a drink with you at Hunter's, vote. If we walk the drive together, vote. If you come to my show, vote. If we slept together, vote. If I turn you on, vote. If I turn you on, which is a very marginalized group, vote.
Very small,
okay?
very small,
very small. Vote. Go vote. You. I'm talking to you. May not think I'm not talking. I'm talking to you specifically. Looking this on your phone in the bathroom. Vote now. Okay. Make plans to vote because we do not have time to play around. All right. I want to keep my job.
I'll also add that early voting is an option.
Yes. Go
Early
vote early.
if
voting.
you can,
Yes.
because you never know what's going to happen on that Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Vote.
Vote.
Right.
As soon
Vote.
as
Vote.
you can. And if you can, take election day off and help people get to the polls.
Yeah, listen, and if you're one of those boys that loves those young twinks, right, make sure that they're all registered to vote and then pick them all up on that day. Howard, I'm talking to you. You know who you are, Howard. Pick them all up and make sure they all vote, okay? That's it.
Take your house
That's
boy,
it.
your house girl, your house they, them, all of them
All of
to
them.
vote.
All of them. Vote,
Right.
vote, vote.
Now, on that note, next we are proud of our special partnership with Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church here in Fort Lauderdale. Supporting that partnership, we are broadcasting from our permanent set here at Sunshine Cathedral at the Happening Out television studios. We broadcast Sunshine Cathedral Sunday International Service at 10:30 a.m.
We finished tonight's Queer News headlines with a segment we call LGBTQ plus 1 Minute News.
LGBTQ plus 1 minute news, we clear up courts, and Justice Samuel Alito signals his intention and links marriage equality, faith, and bigots. Supreme Court Justice Alito wrote a minority opinion criticizing the branding of opponents of homosexuality as bigots. The Supreme Court rejected the case, however, which was based on religion stemming from a discrimination lawsuit by lesbian Jean Finney against Missouri. Alito says his concerns is the implications of the case, which refers to the 2015 landmark Supreme Court ruling that exemplifies the danger that I anticipated in Obergefell versus Hodges, namely that Americans who do not hide their adherence to traditional religious beliefs about homosexual conduct will be labeled as bigots and treated as such by the government. End quote. Good for them. The Supreme Court did not hear the case, so that means Finney, the lesbian, won.
LGBTQ plus 1 minute news. Let's queer up gay culture. Here are Mr. Man hottest male celebrity nude scenes of the year. Mr. Man's annual list of the hottest nude scenes in TV and movies celebrates LGBTQ plus representation in mainstream media. This year's selection showcases gay intimacy like never before. Highlights include Taylor Zachar Perez and Nicholas Galzine in red, white, and royal blue. Jack Armstrong in Patterns was recognized. Mauro de Costa, João Villas Boas, João Cacador, and João Reis Moreira in Willow the Wisp. Taylor Byron Barr and Eric Brody in Minx. Mauricio Henao and Julian Starati in Fake Profile. And Andre Lamaglia and Fernando Lindes in Elite made the list. Additionally, the list features Jordan Firstman, Sebastian Silva, and Rico Diamiti in Rotting in the Sun. Josh Lavery, Daniel Gabriel, and Vincent Adriano in Lonesome. What made your list?
LGBTQ plus 1 minute news. Let's queer up entertainment. GLAAD Media Awards will honor Oprah Winfrey and Niecy Nash Betts. Unknown philanthropist, actress, and author Oprah Winfrey and outperformer Niecy Nash Betts will be honored at the 35th Annual GLAAD Media Awards in Los Angeles on March 14th. Winfrey will receive the Vanguard Award for promoting LGBTQ plus acceptance, joining past recipients like Beyonce and Jay-Z. The Vanguard Award is given to allies who significantly contribute to LGBTQ plus causes. Nash Betts will receive the Stephen F. Kolzak Award for her impact on LGBTQ plus visibility in media. Named after an LGBTQ plus advocate, this award honors professionals who make a difference. Previous recipients of the award include queer celebrities like Laverne Cox and Ellen DeGeneres.
Now let's 1 minute news. Let's queer up trans rights. Speaking of Laverne Cox has a twin brother, and here's what M. Lamar thinks about his famous trans twin sister. In the queer world, many know Laverne Cox, but did you know about her supportive twin brother, M. Lamar? Lamar, an ally, has always stood by Laverne, supporting her during her transition. Cox has openly discussed her childhood struggles with identity and bullying, even attempting suicide at 11. Yet, with her brother's encouragement and their mother's unwavering love, Laverne found strength. Lamar, after being eliminated from ABC's Claim to Fame and revealing his relation to Cox, delivered a heartfelt speech, praising her resilience and character. He expressed his love and admiration, highlighting her extraordinary strength and endurance in the face of adversity.
LGBTQ plus 1 minute news. Let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Bears of South Florida, Dad's Cabaret at Hunter's for Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week, March 6th. Bears of South Florida are hosting Dad's Cabaret, a fabulous night of entertainment and fundraising, March 6th at Hunter's. This event allows the bear community to socialize and support a great cause. And this event is part of Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week, formerly Bears in the Alley. Hunter's nightclub strives to support everyone in the community, especially the bear community, and specifically Bears of South Florida. The night is going to be a huge performance by adult film star Drew Sebastian, whose first love was music. Don't miss out on the night of fun. Further details are at lauderdaleTropicalBear.com.
So that is today's news for the LGBTQ plus community on the world's first and only daily LGBTQ plus evening news show.
If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Are you, like most of America, part of our very large television audience watching this LGBTQ plus news broadcast right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and of course Amazon Fire TV?
Queer News Tonight is the only live LGBTQ plus digital television show in the world that is out of the closet and into the headlines. We need your support. If our community is to grow, we must tell our stories and bring them to the attention of the broader world.
This is the only place in the world that tells these types of LGBTQ plus stories in motion and sound. That's the passion of Hotspot Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, and Queer News Tonight.
I'm your anchor, FayWhat, and on behalf of these LGBTQ plus reporters, the anchors of Queer News Tonight, including Bonnie Builder, John Hayden, Cindy Brown, and for the first time anywhere on Queer News Tonight, Mark Hunter, who owes me $546. You know why you owe me $546? Because we said Hunter 43 times. And we said Hunter's nightclub 6. Okay, so a case of Hunter's water and we'll be straight. We'll never straight.
We'll never be straight.
We'll never be straight. Mark Hunter, has been honestly, truly a pleasure and an honor to have you at the table today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for just being
Thank you.
Okay? I love you. Folks at home, we will see you all daily at 8 p.m. And to our LGBTQ plus world, we wish you good night.
Goodbye.
Buenas noches.